Imagine that you just graduated college and someone gave you $35,000 as a gift. Would you choose to buy a new car, use it as a down payment for a home, or go on a really nice long vacation? Neither, because that $35,000 you could spend to buy a new car or home or vacation with is now going towards paying back your student loans. Luckily, in this scenario, someone gave you $35,000, but in most cases, once a student graduates, no such gift is given. According to an article in the Wall Street Journal written by Jeffrey Sparshott, the average student loan debt of the graduating class of 2015 was a little over $35,000. You worked your butt off for 4 years in college, studying all night and cramming all day, just to find out that you now have to work your butt off again just to pay off your huge student loan. The average time it takes to pay off a student loan is between 15 to 18 years, according to the Ultimate Guide to Affording College. Does something like this seem fair to you? Not at all. Today I'll be discussing why college education should be free for everyone. College education is a necessity in today's society. Most students are taking between 3 to 5 classes per semester in order to become a full-time student. Each one of these classes can account for about an hour or two a day minimum that is spent studying, reviewing notes, or doing homework outside of the class. This does not include the actual class time that the student is sitting in. Since this takes up so much time, it is hard for many students to work as well. But for the students who have no choice but to work, it is even more stressful to be able to get good grades and manage studying, reviewing notes, and doing homework outside of class on top of going to class. According to the collegeboard.org, the average college tuition for a public 4-year college in-state is about $10,000 a year, $23,000 a year for out-of-state tuition, and about $31,000 a year for a private college. This, plus the cost of food, gas, and personal necessities, can add a huge amount of debt to one's life, whether they are working or not. While scholarships and financial aid do help many students, it is still not near the amount a student spends while going to college away from home, or even for those who are living at home and still going to college. The cons of college education being free are that many people are hired to work at these institutions, and without the cost of tuition, the pay grade of many of these people will be lowered, and some may be fired in order to be able to pay the rest without the tuition money to help. According to an article in the Washington Post, college does not need to be free. Without this money coming in for tuition, nice new computers in campuses and dorm rooms will be harder to afford to build for the students' use. Free tuition will most likely cause a raise on taxes. The pros of college education being free is that underprivileged kids who work hard deserve to go to college. Something as simple as not having enough money should not be able to stop someone from achieving their true potentials. With tuition being free as well, more students can focus on their studies and strive for higher goals. Without having to work 40 hours a week to pay for their stools, students can have more time to focus on their grades. Students can go for any major that takes a longer amount of time with the thought of not having to pay as much money in the future for things such as medical school or law school, or having your first 4 years to save up for that. Many students will strive to become doctors and lawyers knowing that they have the time and money as well. Many students do not strive for careers such as doctors, lawyers, veterinarians, because it takes about 7 to 12 years, and that is a lot of money to then be in debt of. Students will also be able to spend any saved money on necessities, extra books, tutoring, and be able to take more unpaid internships that will help them for their future. Germany has already implemented this, and many American students are applying to colleges in Europe to avoid this much debt. According to an article by Franz Strazer, how U.S. students get a university degree for free in Germany. While this debate may not be settled within the next couple of years, at the least, I do believe something will be done in the future for our kids' college education. The rise of college debt outweighs the potential that every student has, and this is a great problem. Many people choose not to attend college at all because they do not have the resources or time to be in college while being able to pay other bills that they need to live with. What I ask of you is to go home and research on your own, maybe not for your sake, but for your kids' sake in the future. See what you can do to help the rising cost of tuition. Thank you.